Welcome to our channel, a sacred space where broken hearts find healing, weary souls discover hope, and every hurting spirit is reminded they are deeply loved by God. Whether you're feeling lost, overwhelmed, or simply seeking a quiet place to rest, this channel is for you. Subscribe and join us on this beautiful journey of spiritual renewal, one heartfelt step at a time. We'd love to know where you're watching us from. Drop your city and country in the comments below. Now close your eyes and listen to the God's words. Chapter 1. When night feels too heavy to breathe. My child, I see you. I see the way the night wraps around you like a blanket stitched with fear. You lay your head down, but rest refuses to come. You listen for silence, but your thoughts scream louder. I know how the darkness feels, like it's pressing against your chest, like you can't take one more breath without breaking. You wonder if anyone notices, if anyone would care if you disappeared into the quiet. But listen now. I notice. I care. I am here. Even now, even when it feels like I'm far away. Do you remember the stars? The ones you used to look at with wonder? I created every one of them with care, with purpose. And yet, not one of them holds more beauty than you do. You're not forgotten. You're not invisible. You're not alone in this dark. Tonight, I want you to stop trying to be strong. You don't have to hold yourself together for me. I am not asking for your performance. I am asking for your presence. Come to me, as broken as you feel. Bring the weight. Bring the worry. Bring the breath that won't come easily. I can take it. You were never meant to carry this alone. The world told you that you must fix yourself before you're worthy of peace. But I say to you, peace is not something you earn. It is something I give freely, even now, while you are trembling, uncertain, and full of questions. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Rest is not a reward. It's a promise. Close your eyes, my child. Let the tears fall if they need to. I catch everyone. None are wasted. They speak in ways words cannot, and I understand them perfectly. You're afraid that tomorrow won't change. That morning will bring more pain than peace. But I hold tomorrow, and I walk with you into every morning, even the ones that terrify you. I do not sleep. I do not forget. My eyes are on you now, and always, even now, I am whispering peace over your mind. Even now, I am holding you in the stillness of this hour. You are not weak because you are tired. You are not a failure because you need comfort. Even my son wept. Even my son was afraid. Do not shame yourself for being human. I made you that way. And I loved you before you ever lifted your voice to pray. Right now, I want you to breathe. Slowly, gently, let me breathe with you. With every inhale, receive my peace. With every exhale, let go of what you cannot control. That regret, let it go. That fear, release it into my hands. That mistake from years ago that haunts your thoughts tonight, it has no power here. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your transgressions from you. Psalm 103:12. You are not defined by what you did. You are defined by what I have done for you. My love is not shaken by your weakness. My presence is not withdrawn because of your brokenness. I do not abandon the hurting. I stay. I stay when others leave. I stay when it feels too dark. I stay when you feel like giving up. I am not going anywhere. Tonight, I want you to know this. Even if the whole world forgets your name, I will still sing over you with joy. Even if you speak no prayer aloud, I still hear the cry of your spirit. Even if you feel unworthy of love, my love for you never changes. Not now, not ever. I know the storm inside of you. I know the memories that visit when the lights go out. I know the questions you don't dare speak, and still, I draw closer. Let tonight be holy, not because everything is perfect, but because I am here, with you, right now. I wrap you in my presence, like a soft robe after the cold. I surround you with my angels, unseen but near. I cover your room with peace that the world cannot understand. You are safe with me, so lay your head down, my beloved. Let the worries unravel. Let my voice be the lullaby to your weary soul. You are seen, you are known, you are mine, forever. Chapter 2. I know the guilt you carry. My child, you try to smile during the day, to function, to keep moving. But I see what hides behind your eyes when the lights go down. I see the guilt you carry like a stone in your chest. I hear the way your thoughts repeat. I should have known better. I should have done it differently. You punish yourself with memories, don't you? You replay moments you cannot change, conversations you cannot redo, mistakes you cannot erase. But I am not asking you to relive your shame. I am inviting you to release it. Yes, I saw what happened. I was there when you fell. I was there in the moment you still can't forgive yourself for. I heard the words you said. I felt the weight of your silence. And still, listen to me. I did not turn away. You believe you have to carry this until you've earned forgiveness. But child, forgiveness was never about earning. It was always about receiving. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9. Do you think I did not know your flaws before you came to me? I knew them, and I loved you anyway. My grace is not surprised by your imperfection. It is prepared for it. You are holding on to what I've already let go of. You are chained to a past that I have buried in mercy. The very thing you can't forgive yourself for, I already paid for, fully, finally, forever. Why are you still punishing yourself for something I've already covered in the blood of my Son? You are not meant to be your own judge. That job belongs to me, and I judged you righteous because of Christ. My child, when you said, God, I'm sorry, I said, I forgive you, but you keep saying sorry as if I didn't hear you the first time. I heard you. I answered you. And the answer was grace. You are not the sin you committed. You are not the moment you wish you could undo. You are not the failure others keep bringing up. You are a new creation, washed, covered, held. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. 2 Corinthians 5:17. I am not the voice that shames you. I am not the voice that accuses you. That voice, the one that tells you you're ruined, that is the enemy. But my voice, it's the whisper that says, come back, You're still my child. I see how hard you're trying to do better, to be better. But healing does not begin by striving. It begins by surrendering. Let me in. Let me into that room where you store your secrets, that memory you don't talk about, that regret you've hidden even from yourself. Let me place my hand on it, not to shame you, but to heal you. I do not bring up the past to make you relive the pain. I bring it up to redeem it. There is nothing so broken, I cannot make it beautiful again. Not even that. So tonight, let your soul exhale. You don't have to carry the courtroom inside your head anymore. The verdict has already been rendered. You are forgiven. You are clean. You are mine. Yes, even now. Even if you still feel broken. Even if you still hear the echo of your mistakes. Even if the people you hurt haven't forgiven you yet. I already have. And I can help you make peace with them too. I can rebuild what was lost and restore what was wounded. But it begins here, in my presence, with your heart open and your burden released. Lay the guilt down. You have cried enough. You have carried it long enough. Come rest in the truth. I am not angry with you. I am not keeping score. I am keeping you. Let this be your new beginning. Let this be the night you stop hiding your face and start believing again. The shame that stalks you has no place in my kingdom, and you, my child, belong in my kingdom. You don't have to prove your worth. You already have it. I formed you with care, with love, and with purpose. Not so that you would live condemned, but so that you would live free. This guilt, it ends tonight. Not because you have fixed everything, but because I already did. Now, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Let my mercies surround you like a blanket in the cold. Let my voice speak louder than the shame. You are forgiven. You are loved. And nothing will separate you from me. Not even this. Sleep now, redeemed and held in peace. Chapter 3. You are not alone. In that room, my child, I know this room feels too quiet tonight. The walls seem to echo with your thoughts, and your own heartbeat feels like thunder in the stillness. There's something about this hour, when the world goes silent, that makes the loneliness louder. You look around and see no one, but I see you. You feel forgotten, but I never left. I have been here from the beginning. Long before you realized you needed me, I was close. In the moments you collapsed into your pillow and whispered, "I can't do this anymore," I leaned in. I heard it all. Even the prayers you didn't say out loud. This room may be empty, but it is not void of my presence. You are not alone in this room. I am here, and I've been here, in the sleepless nights, in the slow tears, in the silent questions. I do not need sound to understand you. I do not need words to stay near. Even if no one checks in on you, even if no one asks how you're really doing, even if the phone is quiet and the door never opens, I am still here. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23:4. Your bed is not just a place of sorrow. It is holy ground, because my presence fills this space with peace. Yes, peace. The kind of peace that isn't tied to your situation. The kind of peace that isn't dependent on people staying, or understanding, or apologizing. I am not going anywhere. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten in the back corner of this world. I have engraved your name on the palm of my hand. Every breath you take matters to me. Every sigh, every tear, every question. I see it all, and I remain. Sometimes, the enemy whispers to you that isolation is proof that you've done something wrong, that if you were better, people would stay. If you were stronger, you wouldn't feel this way. But child, hear me clearly. Being alone does not mean you are unloved. Solitude is not abandonment. Sometimes I pull you away from the noise so you can finally hear me, not to punish you, not to shame you, but to heal you. It is in these quiet places where I draw the closest. It is in the silence that I speak loudest. It is in your loneliness that I become your closest friend. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. You keep waiting for someone to walk through that door and understand what you're going through, but I already do. And I don't just understand, I feel it with you. I am the God who weeps with those who weep. I am the God who sits beside you even when you don't know I'm there. You see, love, you're not just sitting in a room tonight. You're sitting in my presence. And my presence changes things. You are surrounded by my angels, even now. They stand at every corner of this room. You are covered by my peace, like a soft veil that wraps around your soul. And though no one else may see you struggling, I do, and I'm not looking away. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to hold back the tears, or hide the ache, or explain what hurts. I already know, and I still stay. You may think you're too broken for me, but this is exactly where I do my deepest work, in the quiet, in the hidden, in the aching places of the heart. So, I want you to talk to me tonight, not with perfect words, but with your honest soul. Tell me what hurts. Tell me what you're afraid of. Tell me what you can't tell anyone else. I will never turn away from your truth, and I will never be shocked by your weakness. I made you, I understand you, and I will not leave you alone in your pain. Let my presence be your refuge. Now, let this room become a sanctuary. Let your tired spirit exhale, knowing that the King of all creation is sitting with you, watching over you, not from a distance, but right here, right now. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I have walked beside you in every season, and I will walk you through this one too. So, rest tonight, not in the arms of this world, but in the arms of your Father. Breathe deeply, my beloved. You are safe, you are seen, and you are never, ever alone. Chapter 4. When you doubt my love, listen closer, my child. I know you've been questioning it, my love. You wouldn't say it out loud, not in church, not in prayer, but in the secret parts of your heart. You've wondered, does God still love me? Would he really love someone like me? After all I've done, if he loves me, why do I feel so far away from him? I hear those questions even before they form in your mind, and my answer, now and always, is simple. Yes, I love you, not because you've earned it, not because you've done everything right, but because you are mine. You could run to the ends of the earth, hide beneath shame, or silence your prayers. and my love would still find you, for I am convinced that neither death nor life, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ, Jesus our Lord. Romans 8:38, 39. Do you see that? Nothing, not even your doubt, not even your silence, not even the night you gave up on me. I didn't give up on you. I loved you yesterday. I love you now, and I will love you still tomorrow. You say, but God, I fail so often. I don't deserve your love. And I say, I don't love you because you deserve it. I love you because I am love. That is my nature. That is who I am. And my love does not shift like shadows. It is not thin or temporary or dependent on your performance. My love is eternal. And even when you question it, when your heart trembles with fear that I've turned away, I am closer than your breath. You think your doubt disqualifies you, but it doesn't. Even my disciples doubted. Even the ones who saw miracles with their own eyes still questioned. And yet, I remained. So I tell you now, your questions do not scare me. Your doubt does not repel me. Instead, I invite you into honest intimacy. You don't need to pretend with me. You don't need polished words or perfect trust to come closer. You just need to come, even with your uncertainty, even with your trembling faith, like the father who cried, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. Mark 9:24. I hear that cry in you too, and I honor it. You don't need to fix your faith before receiving my love. My love is what heals the wounds that caused your doubt in the first place. You've been through things that made you wonder if I was real. You've prayed prayers that seemed unanswered. You've watched doors close, people leave, dreams crumble, and the silence that followed made you question if I was still listening. But here, me, my silence is never absence. Sometimes I am quiet because I am working beneath the surface, growing roots, reshaping your heart, preparing something greater than what you imagined. My child, I did not forget you. Even in the delay, I was loving you. Even in the heartbreak, I was holding you. Even when you walked away from me, I walked with you. And I still do. The enemy wants you to believe that I am cold, distant, angry. But look at the cross. Look again. That was not cold. That was not distant. That was sacrificial love poured out to rescue you. Do you see how far I was willing to go? Do you see what you are worth to me? So, the next time doubt creeps in, when your thoughts whisper, he's tired of me, when the shame says, he's done with me, listen closer. Listen to my voice. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31:3. Even now, I am drawing you again, not with guilt, but with kindness. I am not here to scold you for your doubt. I am here to embrace you in it. So lean in, let your soul rest, not in your ability to believe perfectly, but in my perfect love. You do not need to hold on to me with all your strength, because I am holding on to you. Tonight, let that be enough. Let it be enough to know that my love is not fragile. It does not crack when you're afraid. It does not fade when you feel far. It is strong enough to carry you through every doubt, every night, every valley. You are loved, fully, deeply, forever, even now, especially now. So, lay down your questions for just a moment. Breathe in the peace of knowing you are still mine. You haven't lost me. I'm right here, and I love you still. Chapter 5. The quiet whisper of my forgiveness. My child, you don't have to hide anymore. Not from me. I know the story. I know the parts you wish you could erase. The words you regret. The choices you replay late at night. The wounds you try to cover with a smile. You think if I really saw it all, I'd pull away. But I do see it all, and I come closer. You've spent so long trying to earn forgiveness, like it's something you must fight for, cry for, pay for. But forgiveness was never yours to purchase. It was mine to give, and I give it freely. Do you hear me? You are forgiven, not because you wept hard enough, not because you punished yourself long enough, but because I chose to forgive you. It was my decision, not yours, not the world's, mine. And I made that decision the moment my son stretched out his arms and said, "It is finished." In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, in accordance with the riches of God's grace. Ephesians 1:7. There is no courtroom in heaven replaying your mistakes. There is no trial still in progress. The verdict has been spoken, redeemed. But you keep revisiting the scene, don't you? You replay it when you lie in bed. You rehearse what you should have done differently. You carry it like a chain around your heart, hidden from the world, but heavy in your soul. Let me unlock it. Let me cut the cord between you and that memory, not because it didn't matter, but because my mercy matters more. My forgiveness isn't loud. It won't demand your attention. It doesn't shout through storms. It comes like a whisper in the stillness, like the breeze Elijah felt on the mountain, not in the wind, not in the fire, not in the earthquake, but in the still, small voice. 1 Kings 19:11-12. Right now, I am whispering to you, you are forgiven. Let that truth sink in deeper than your guilt. Let it wrap around the ache in your chest. Let it silence the lies that say you're too far gone. You are not. You were never out of my reach. And nothing you've done has outpaced my grace. I don't forgive reluctantly. I forgive willingly. Because I love you. Because you are mine. You say, but I don't feel forgiven. Forgiveness is not a feeling. It is a fact, and facts are not undone by emotions. The enemy wants you to feel stuck, wants you to believe that if you still feel guilty, then my forgiveness must not be real. But child, feelings change. My word doesn't. As far as the east is from the west, so far have I removed your transgressions from you. Psalm 103:12. Do you know how far that is? East and west never meet. That is how completely I've removed your sin. So why carry it still? Why keep picking up what I've already thrown into the sea? Let it go, my love. You don't have to be perfect to be at peace. You just have to be honest. Come to me with the broken pieces. You don't have to sweep them into something presentable. Bring them as they are. I know how to restore what seems beyond repair. There is no stain my blood cannot cleanse, no scar I cannot use for good. Even this moment you regret most, can become part of your redemption story. If you'll let me in, will you let me in? Will you sit with me, just for a moment, without pretending? Let me be the voice that calms the storm inside you. Let me be the hand that wipes the tear from your cheek. Let me be the whisper that tells you, you don't have to punish yourself anymore. You're not being holy by carrying guilt. You're being healed when you release it. I do not want your shame. I want your heart. I want your trust. I want your rest. So lay it down. That memory, that burden, that ache, breathe in the truth of my forgiveness. Let it flow through you like a quiet stream. You are clean. You are loved. You are mine. And nothing in your past changes that. Close your eyes now. Let peace settle over you like a soft rain. Let grace wrap around you like a warm blanket. Let your soul finally believe you are forgiven. Forever. Chapter 6. I was there when you broke down, my child. Yes, that moment, the one you still carry deep inside, like a bruise no one can see. I was there. You thought no one noticed when you broke down in your car, gripping the steering wheel with trembling hands, whispering, I can't do this anymore. You thought the world just moved on. But I didn't. I paused. I stayed. And I wept with you. You didn't see me, but I was closer than your breath. You didn't hear me, but I whispered over you, even as the pain shouted in your soul. When you collapsed on the bathroom floor, tears soaking the tiles, I was there. When you locked yourself in your room, not to hide from the world, but because the world had become too heavy, I was there. When you pulled the blanket over your head and begged for sleep to take the pain away, I was there. You never broke alone. Not once. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. I didn't wait until you got up to love you. I loved you in the fall. I loved you in the shaking. I loved you in the moment you screamed at the ceiling, wondering if I was even real. And yes, even then, even in your anger and confusion, I stayed, because my love does not walk out when things get messy. My love moves in closer. You thought falling apart disqualified you from grace. But child, grace was made for moments just like that. You didn't need to prove your strength. You needed to know mine, and I gave it, silently, tenderly, fully. I held you together when your world was unraveling. I protected you from things you'll never even know were near. I guarded your soul when your mind was at war with itself. And even now, I am still holding you. You're still healing from that night, aren't you? From that phone call, that diagnosis, that goodbye you never got to say, that betrayal you didn't see coming. I remember them all. I felt them all. I am not distant from your suffering. I entered into it. When my son walked the earth, he did not walk above pain. He walked through it. He wept. He was abandoned. He was mocked. He cried out in agony. He understands. And now, because of him, your pain is not wasted. Your breakdown does not define you. It becomes a doorway to intimacy, to dependence, to restoration. I know. The world told you to be strong, to move on, to forget. But I say, let me into the pain, not so I can erase it, but so I can redeem it. The tears you cried in the dark were not in vain. I caught everyone. They watered the ground where healing is growing, even now, beneath the surface of your soul. You don't have to pretend it didn't happen. You don't have to downplay your collapse. I see beauty in the place where you finally said, I can't carry this alone. That was not weakness. That was surrender. And surrender is where my power meets your humanity. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:9. You are not behind because you broke. You are not disqualified because you needed time. You are not broken beyond repair. You are being rebuilt by my hands, stronger, softer, wiser, and more deeply aware of my nearness. So tonight, I want you to remember, I saw it all. I didn't walk away. I didn't give up on you. I didn't shake my head in disappointment. I opened my arms wider. I bent lower to meet you. I whispered, I know, child, I know. And now, I am lifting you again, not because you're strong, but because I am. Let me carry you. Let me breathe peace into that memory. Let me show you that even in the breaking, I was weaving something sacred. You are still here, and that, too, is proof of my love. So rest, my beloved. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to relive the moment again. You can lay it down now. I've already seen it, and I stayed. Let that be your peace tonight. I was there when you broke down, and I am here now as you rise again. Chapter 7. Your worth was never based on perfection. My child, you've spent so much of your life trying to be enough. Enough for them. Enough for yourself. Enough for me. You wear a smile even when your heart is aching, afraid that if you let the cracks show, people will turn away, or worse, that I will. But hear me clearly. Your worth was never built on your perfection. You are not loved because you got everything right. You are loved because you are mine. The world taught you to hustle for approval, to prove yourself through achievements, to earn love by being flawless. But I am not the world. I am your Father, and I have loved you from the very beginning, not for what you could do, but for who you are. You are my creation, and I don't make mistakes. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1:5. You don't need to earn what I've already given freely. You don't need to exhaust yourself trying to be lovable. You already are. Yes, even with your imperfections, even with your doubts, even with your struggles and stumbles and moments you wish you could erase, you are not a project that needs fixing before I can hold you. You are my beloved, and I delight in you, not in a future, more polished version of you, but in the you who exists right now. When you wake up tired and discouraged, when you feel like you're behind everyone else, when you think, I should be better by now, even then, especially then, I love you. You think your flaws are a disqualification, but to me, they are reminders of your need, and I love meeting your need. I don't seek your performance. I seek your heart. I want the real you, not the version you present to others. You don't have to pretend with me. I already know the parts you hide, and I still stay. Do you remember how Jesus spoke to the broken? Not with shame, but with kindness. Not with conditions, but with compassion. The woman at the well, who thought her past made her unworthy, I offered her living water. The tax collector, hated and ashamed, I ate in his home. The thief on the cross Out of time and hope, I said, "Today, you will be with me in paradise. That is who I am. I don't look for perfection. I look for openness, honesty, surrender, and that's something you can give me right now, even in your weakness, especially in your weakness. My strength is not made perfect in your strength. It is made perfect in your lack. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12-9. So stop measuring your value by your performance. Stop believing the lie that you are only as worthy as your best day. You were never meant to carry the pressure to be perfect. I already carried that burden on the cross, and now you are free. Free to rest, free to be real, free to grow slowly, with grace, free to lay down the mask. You are not falling behind. You are not disappointing me. You are becoming, and I am patient with your becoming, like a gardener who watches the soil and trusts the seed. I see the beauty unfolding in you, even when you cannot yet see it yourself. Let that be enough tonight. Let go of the shame that whispers, "You're not doing enough." Let go of the fear that says, "You'll never be good enough." Let go of the pressure to have it all together, and receive the truth. You are already loved, already chosen, already enough, not because of what you do, but because of who I am, and I have called you mine. So breathe, my beloved. Breathe and rest in grace. You don't have to impress me. You don't have to perform for me. Just let me love you. Here, now, as you are. You are not perfect. You don't have to be. You are still precious. And I am still here. Chapter 8. The tears you hide. I've counted them. All, my child. I've seen them. The tears no one else saw. The ones that slipped down your face quietly in the middle of the night. The ones you quickly wiped away before anyone could ask what was wrong. The ones you shed into your pillow, into the steering wheel, into the silence. When the world expected you to be strong, you thought no one noticed, but I did. I was there, even then. You didn't cry alone. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. Psalm 56:8. Can you imagine that? Every tear you've cried, every drop that carried grief, regret, loneliness, fear, I caught it. I held it, and I remembered. Your pain is not forgotten in my presence. It is precious, because you're precious. The world moves too fast to see the depth of what you're carrying. Even those closest to you sometimes miss it, but I never do. I see the way you try to smile through the heaviness. I see the way you carry others' burdens while burying your own. I see the way you get through the day, only to collapse in the quiet moments, aching for something to lift. And child, I am here, not to tell you to stop crying, not to tell you to get over it, but to tell you, I see every tear and everyone matters. You were never weak for crying. You were honest. You were human. And I honor that. Do you remember my son? He wept. He wept for his friends. He wept for the hurting. He wept in the garden, overwhelmed by what was ahead. Tears are not signs of failure. They are signs of deep love, deep struggle, deep hope. And I sit with you in each one. You don't have to explain your sadness to me. You don't have to hide it under polite prayers or rehearsed words. You can fall apart in my arms. You can cry until there are no words left, and I will stay in your deepest sorrow. I am still your closest comfort. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 5:4. Comfort doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. Comfort means I come close when the world backs away. It means I wrap you in my presence when the pain becomes too much. It means you can breathe, even if it's shaky, because I am near and I am not leaving. My child, those tears you hide, they are not lost. They water the garden of healing. They soften the soil of your heart so that grace can grow. They are not signs of your defeat. They are sacred symbols of your becoming. So don't be ashamed of them. Let them fall in my presence. Let them speak what words cannot. Let them release what you've carried for far too long. You don't have to keep it all together. You don't have to wear the mask tonight. You can be vulnerable with me. I know it hurts. Know you're tired of pretending. I know the ache you feel, the one even you can't fully name. But you are not invisible to me, and you are not alone. I am the God who counts tears. I am the Father who draws close in the morning. I am the healer who restores what grief has torn. And I promise, there will come a day when your tears will no longer fall in pain. They will fall in joy. I am making all things new, even this, even now. So rest, my beloved. Lay your weary heart in my hands. Let the tears come if they must. I will catch them. I will hold them, and I will hold you. Chapter 9. Rest, for I am still God in the storm, my child. I know the wind is loud tonight. Know your thoughts are spinning like leaves in a storm. No place to land, no peace to hold. You are tired, tired of trying to hold it all together. Tired of pretending it's fine when inside you feel like you're unraveling. Tired of the noise that never stops. Not outside, not within. You've whispered, God, where are you in all of this? Right here, my beloved, in the storm, in the center of the chaos, in the very eye of the whirlwind. I am still God. You may not feel me. You may not understand what I'm doing, but I haven't changed. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Still, not because the world has stopped spinning. Still, in spite of it, I'm not asking you to control the storm. I'm asking you to let me be your shelter in it. Do you remember the disciples in the boat, waves crashing around them? They panicked. They thought they were going to drown. And where was my son, sleeping? Not because he didn't care, but because he was not afraid, because he knew the storm answered to him. Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him. Mark 4:41. And child, your storm still answers to me. The situation that feels like it's spinning out of control, the fear that keeps you awake at night, the uncertainty that makes your chest tighten, I am above all of it. You're not alone in this. You're not without an anchor. You're not left to figure it out on your own. Let me be your peace in the middle of what you don't understand. Rest does not mean the storm is over. Rest means you trust that I'm in it with you. Let your heart stop striving for just a moment. Let your mind breathe. I know you're afraid, not just of what's happening, but of what might happen. You're carrying the weight of tomorrow, next week, next year, all at once. But I didn't ask you to carry all that. I asked you to trust me with it. Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. For 1 Peter 5:7, throw it on me. Yes, throw it. Not gently, not politely. Fling the weight. Unload the fear. Give me the burden that was never meant for your shoulders. And in return, I will give you peace. A peace that doesn't make sense in human terms. A peace that will steady you when everything else shakes. A peace that is not the absence of trouble, but the presence of me. Child, storms come, even to the faithful, even to those who trust me deeply. But no storm has ever had the power to sink a soul anchored in my love. You may get wet, you may feel overwhelmed, but you will not go under. I am with you in the waves. I will not let you drown. Tonight, let that truth wrap around you like a warm blanket. I am still God. I am still your God. And nothing, not this storm, not this fear, not this chaos, will ever change that. So rest, even now, even here. Close your eyes and let your heart lean back into me. I am holding the world, and I am holding you. Chapter 10. Even when you feel forgotten, I remember, my child. There are moments when silence feels louder than sound, when rooms feel empty, even with people in them, when your phone doesn't ring, when your name isn't called, when days pass and you wonder if anyone truly sees you. And in those moments, this thought creeps in. Maybe I've been forgotten, but listen now, gently, clearly. You are not forgotten, not by me, never by me. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not one of many. You are not overlooked in heaven's eyes. You are seen, fully, tenderly, constantly. Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has borne? Though she may forget, I will not forget you. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Isaiah 49:15-16. I don't just remember you. I carry you, your name, your story, your tears, your dreams, all held in the palm of my hand. I remember every prayer you whispered into your pillow. I remember every act of kindness no one thanked you for. I remember the battles you fought in silence, the ones no one knew about. I remember the moments you almost gave up, but didn't. You may feel invisible to the world, but to me, you are unforgettable. You are written into my story. You are etched into eternity. You are mine. I saw you when you were a child, wondering if anyone would ever truly love you. I saw you when you stood alone in that hallway, waiting for someone, anyone, to notice you. I saw you when you sat quietly in a room full of people, feeling like a stranger among them. I was there, and I never left. The enemy wants you to believe that being unseen by people means you're unworthy, but that is a lie. Some of my greatest miracles were born in quiet places. Some of my strongest warriors were formed in the wilderness. Some of my most beautiful plans begin in the lives of those the world never applauds. You may feel forgotten, but you are being prepared. You may feel hidden, but you are being shaped. You may feel delayed, but you are never denied. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. I haven't forgotten my plans for you. not even for a moment, not when the door closed, not when the relationship ended, not when the opportunity passed by. Even then, I was weaving something deeper, something eternal. You are not a mistake. You are not a backup plan. You are not a forgotten page in someone else's story. You are my beloved, and my timing for your life is perfect. No, it's hard to wait. I know it hurts to feel unseen, but let your heart rest in this. I see you. I remember you. I am working in your story, even when it feels like nothing is happening, even when no one else claps or calls or notices. I do. I notice you. And child, that is enough. You don't need the world's spotlight when you are bathed in my light. You don't need everyone's applause when you already have my approval. So tonight, let go of the need to be noticed. Let go of the lie that says your worth depends on recognition, and rest in the truth. Even when you feel forgotten, I remember. Chapter 11. You were never meant to carry it all alone. My child, you've been carrying so much for so long. You don't talk about it often, but I see it. The invisible weight pressing on your shoulders, the pressure to be strong for everyone else, the quiet belief that if you don't hold it all together, everything will fall apart. But hear me, gently, clearly, lovingly. You were never meant to carry it all alone. I never asked you to. This burden, the fear, the overthinking, the grief, the unspoken responsibilities, the pressure to keep smiling, it is too heavy for one soul. That's why I've been waiting, patiently, tenderly, for you to hand it over. Yes, even now. Even if you think it's not that bad, even if others don't see it, even if you've convinced yourself that you should be able to handle it. Let me say this plainly. You are not weak for needing help. You are not broken because you feel overwhelmed. You are not a failure because you've reached the end of your strength. You are human, and you were created to lean on me. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. That wasn't a suggestion. It was a promise. But promises require surrender, and surrender means releasing what you've been gripping too tightly. The control, the worry, the outcome, the expectation. Let me carry it with you. No, let me carry it for you. You're not in this life alone. I walk beside you every moment, and when the road becomes too steep, I carry you. You've tried so hard to be strong, to hold back the tears, to push through the pain, to be the one who always shows up, even when no one asks how you're doing. But child, you're not a machine. You have limits, and those limits are holy because they remind you to rest in me. They remind you that strength is not about never breaking. It's about knowing where to run when you do. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to carry that silent burden of "I'm fine" when your soul is crying out for rest. Let me hold the pieces. Let me be your strength. Let me be your refuge. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46:1. You were not created to be the savior of your family. You were not created to be the answer for everyone else's needs. You were not created to carry every pain, fix every problem, and hide every struggle. That job belongs to me, and I am not overwhelmed. So breathe, my child. Take your hands off the weight that was never yours to bear. Come to me with empty hands. Come to me with the truth of how you really feel. Come to me, not with perfection, but with your need, and I will not turn you away. I will never say, you should have figured it out. I will say, finally, you've let me in. There is no shame in being tired. There is no guilt in needing help. There is no weakness in admitting, God, I can't do this without you. That is where healing begins. That is where peace enters. That is where your burden becomes mine. So tonight, let it go. Drop the weight, lay down the worry. Stop rehearsing what could go wrong. Stop trying to control what you cannot. Let me carry you. You were never meant to do this alone. And now, you don't have to. I am here. I am strong. And I am holding you. Chapter 12. When you cannot pray, I still hear you, my child. There are moments when you don't know what to say to me. When your soul feels too heavy. When your heart feels too broken. When you sit in the quiet, eyes open or closed, and wonder if silence is enough. And I want you to know, it is even when no words come, even when your lips stay still, even when all you can do is breathe through the ache. I still hear you. Prayer is not a performance. It is not measured in eloquence or structure or the number of verses you can quote. Prayer is connection, and connection happens not just through speech, but through surrender, through presence, through stillness. See your effort when you fold your hands, but can't find the strength to speak. I hear the prayer in your sigh. I hear it in your tears. I hear it in the silence. Because I do not need sound to understand your heart. My spirit lives inside of you, and he speaks even when you cannot. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. You are not less faithful because you have no words. You are not distant from me because you are emotionally exhausted. You are not disconnected because your prayers have become quiet. Do you remember how my son prayed in Gethsemane, not with perfect peace, but with anguish, with sweat like drops of blood, with groaning and honesty and surrender? That is prayer too, real, raw, and reverent. And I met him there, just as I meet you. You do not need to get it right. You do not need to find the perfect phrase. You do not need to repeat words until they feel powerful enough. What I want is you, even when you come broken, even when you come uncertain, even when you don't come at all. But wish you could, that longing to pray, even when your soul feels too tired, that is a prayer. And I hear it, I treasure it, I respond to it with love, not judgment. There is no shame in silence. There is no punishment for spiritual fatigue. You're not drifting away from me. You are being drawn deeper. Sometimes, when the words fade, faith begins, because in the silence, you stop striving and start listening. In the silence, I speak in ways you've never heard before, not always with answers, sometimes with peace, sometimes with a presence that calms your storm without needing to say a word. So rest tonight in this truth. Even when you cannot pray, I still hear you. I hear the cry of your heart. I hear the longing behind your silence. and I lean in. I never pull away from a weary soul. I never require perfection before proximity. You are still mine, still loved, still heard, even when all you can offer is quiet surrender. So breathe now. Let the silence be sacred. Let the stillness be your sanctuary. I am here, listening, holding, understanding, loving, always. Chapter 13. I saw what they did, and I still choose. You, my child, I saw it. I saw what they said behind your back. I saw what they did when no one else was watching. I saw how they turned away, how they left without warning, how they questioned your worth and ignored your pain. And I need you to know this. You are not what they did to you. You are not the cruelty that was spoken over you. You are not the betrayal that broke your heart. You are not the rejection that made you feel small. You are not the silence that made you feel invisible. You are mine, and I choose you, not as an afterthought, not as a backup plan, but as my beloved child, worthy, valuable, deeply known, and completely loved. You did not choose me, but I chose you. John 15:16. You keep asking, why did they treat me like that? And I know. The pain is sharp. The confusion cuts deep. You wonder if you were too much, or not enough, or somehow the reason for their actions. But child, they were broken too. Wounded. People wound others. But their brokenness does not define you. Their choices do not erase your identity. Their rejection does not revoke my calling on your life. I saw the moment they walked away. I saw you question your worth in their absence. I saw you pick up the pieces, alone, pretending you were okay. And I was there. I never walked away. I never stopped choosing you. Not for a moment. The Lord your God is with you. He will take great delight in you. He will rejoice over you with singing. Zephaniah 3:17. Let me say this clearly, with love. What they did was not okay. The wound was real, but so is my healing. I'm not telling you to forget. I'm inviting you to let me redeem it, to take the ashes and form something beautiful, to take the pain and carve a deeper purpose, to take the betrayal and fill it with my presence. You don't need to seek validation from those who failed to see your value. You are already validated by me. You don't need to prove yourself to people who mistook your softness for weakness. I know your heart, and I am not ashamed of it. You don't need to carry the burden of trying to understand what they did. Leave that with me. Vengeance is not yours to carry. You were not made to carry bitterness. You were made to carry peace. You were made to carry light. You were made to carry the truth that says, even if they don't choose me, God still does. And I do. I choose you when others don't return your love. I choose you when others mock your faith. I choose you when others ignore your gifts, overlook your kindness, or abandon you in your need. I never stopped choosing you. Not once. And I never will. So tonight, let go of what they said. Let go of what they did. Let go of who didn't love you back. Let their decisions stay in the past, while you move forward in the freedom of being chosen. Let my love speak louder than their rejection. Let my healing be deeper than their wounds. Let my affirmation outlast their silence. You are not discarded. You are desired. You are not damaged. You are deliberately chosen by the one who sees it all. So rest now, child. Let your heart exhale. You are safe. You are seen. You are still mine, and I choose you. Today, tomorrow, forever. Chapter 14. You're not failing. You're healing. My child, you've been so hard on yourself lately. You look at your life and see delays, detours, and disappointments, and you call it failure. You measure your worth by what hasn't worked out, by what still hurts, by how long it's taking. But child, I need you to pause for a moment and listen to me. You are not failing. You are healing, and healing doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like resting. Sometimes it looks like crying. Sometimes it looks like saying no when you used to say yes. Sometimes it looks like feeling everything you used to numb. Healing is not always a straight path. It is sacred ground. It is holy, even when it's messy, even when it's slow, even when it's quiet. You look at others and think, they're moving forward. Why am I still stuck? But child, you're not stuck. You're being rebuilt from the inside out. You're learning to breathe again. You're learning to feel again. You're learning to live from a place of peace instead of pressure. That's not failure. That's freedom. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147 through. I don't measure your progress the way the world does. I don't need milestones, medals, or momentum to see what's happening in your heart. I see the courage it takes to keep going when you're tired. I see the battles you fight in silence, the ones no one applauds. I see how you get up after falling, even if your steps are small and shaky. That is not failure. That is faith, and I honor it. You don't have to rush this process. You don't have to meet anyone's timeline. Not theirs, not yours. Healing takes as long as it takes. You're not behind. You're not too late. You are exactly where I need you to be. Right here, in my hands, I am doing something in you that can't be rushed. Something eternal, something beautiful. But it starts in the broken places. It begins in the parts you wish you could hide. I know you're tired of hurting. I know you wish you were further along, but look how far you've already come. Look at the nights you survived. Look at the storms you didn't think you'd make it through. But you did. That's not weakness. That's evidence of my strength in you. Stop calling it failure. Call it healing. Call it grace. Call it a journey that I'm walking with you. Because I am. I've never left your side, and I'm not disappointed in you. Not now. Not ever. I don't love the perfect version of you. I love the real one. The one who's learning. The one who's softening. The one who's slowly letting me into the deepest wounds. So breathe tonight. You're not falling apart. You're coming undone in the presence of a God who knows exactly how to put you back together. You're not failing. You're healing. And I am so proud of you. Rest, my beloved. You are safe. You are growing. You are still mine. And I'm not finished with you yet. Chapter 15. Let go, my child. I am in control. Now, my child, you've held on so tightly for so long, trying to fix what broke, trying to protect what hurt, trying to hold everything together with hands that were never meant to carry the weight of the world. I see the tension in your shoulders. I see the ache in your heart. I see the thoughts that run in circles, trying to predict outcomes, avoid pain, control what you cannot. And I'm here to tell you gently, but clearly, you don't have to hold it anymore. Let go. Let go of the worry that has stolen your sleep. Let go of the fear that keeps whispering, "What if?" Let go of the guilt that says this is somehow your fault. Let go of the pressure to manage what only I can redeem. I am in control now. You've done what you could, more than you needed to. And now it's time to rest in me. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. I've always been God, even when the door closed, even when the relationship ended, even when the plan changed without warning, even when it felt like I was silent. I wasn't. I was working, behind the scenes, beneath the surface, beyond what you could see. You were never alone in the chaos, and you were never in control of it to begin with. I know that letting go feels scary. You think if you release your grip, things will fall apart. But child, they're not in your hands. They're in mine. And my hands do not fail. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways. Isaiah 55:8. You don't have to understand the process. You just have to trust the one guiding it. I know what you're holding. The person you can't change. The outcome you can't predict. The future that feels uncertain. The story that didn't unfold the way you hoped. Let it all fall into my care. You are not giving up. You are giving over. You are surrendering what was never yours to control. And that's not weakness. That's wisdom. It's trust. It's faith. It's choosing peace over pressure. And child, my peace is ready for you. It's waiting on the other side of release. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. Psalm 55:22. Cast them. Throw them with full abandon. Don't set them down carefully, expecting to pick them up again. Hurl them into my love, and I will hold what you cannot. I know the desires of your heart. I know what matters to you. I know what you've been clenching with trembling hands, praying I don't take it away. But what if the surrender is not the end? What if it's the beginning of healing, of peace, of clarity, of restoration in a way you never expected? I don't take things to harm you. I lead you to let go so I can fill your hands with better, with lighter, with me. You are not in control, and that is the best news, because it means you are free, free to breathe, free to rest, free to stop micromanaging the future. I've got this. I've got you. So tonight, as you lay your head down, unclench your hands, exhale the fear, release the outcome, whisper, God, it's yours now. And believe me when I say, it always was. I am in control now, and you are safe. Chapter 16. You are still mine, even in the darkness. My child, I know the darkness feels heavy right now, like a fog that won't lift, like a silence that won't speak back. You've walked through these days with a quiet ache in your soul, a feeling you can't fully describe, only endure. You wonder, where is God in all of this? You wonder if you've somehow wandered too far. But hear me now, with a voice more steady than the night. You are still mine, even in the darkness, especially in the darkness. Your identity has never depended on your feelings. It has never been based on how spiritual you feel, how many verses you remember, or whether your heart feels light or heavy. It has always been based on my love, and that never changes. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. You may feel lost right now, but you are not lost to me. You may not feel my presence, but I have not moved. You may not be able to pray the way you used to, but I still hear you. Your struggle does not surprise me. Your sadness does not offend me. Your silence does not scare me. I walk with you in this valley, just as I walked with my children through every wilderness, every shadow, every night. You say, "But I don't feel worthy." But child, my love was never based on your worthiness. It's based on my character, and I do not abandon what belongs to me, not in the light, not in the dark. Do you remember the psalm? If I say, "Surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me," even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. Psalm 139, 11-12. There is no shadow I cannot enter. There is no night I will not sit through with you. You are not disqualified because you're struggling. You are not less loved because you're battling thoughts you can't control. You are not forgotten because the light feels distant. You are still mine, even in the season of doubt, even in the middle of depression, even in the days when getting out of bed feels like a victory, even when you wonder if you'll ever feel joy again. I am here, and I am not letting go. I'm not waiting for you to feel better, to draw near. I'm already near. I'm not waiting for you to get it together, to call you my child. You've always been my child, and you always will be. This darkness will not last forever. I know it feels like it might, but the dawn always comes. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. And even while you wait for morning, I am holding you through the night. You may not be able to see the next step, but you don't have to, because I am walking ahead of you, lighting the way, one breath at a time. When you fall, I will catch you. When you weep, I will comfort you. When you feel nothing, I will still stay. You are not a burden. You are not a failure. You are not forgotten in the dark. You are mine. So rest, child, not because you have it all figured out, but because you don't have to. I do. Rest in the mystery. Rest in the mercy. Rest in the unshakable truth that even in the deepest darkness, you are still mine. And nothing, not fear, not failure, not silence, not shadows, can ever change that. Chapter 17. Come back to me. There's still time, my child. You've been running for so long, not always with your feet, but with your heart, with your silence, with your distance. I've felt it, the slow retreat, the cautious withdrawal, the walls you've built to protect yourself from pain, even from me. And still, here I am, calling your name, gently, patiently. Come back to me, not with shame, not with fear, not with guilt hanging on your shoulders. Just come, as you are, even now, because no matter how far you think you've drifted, there's still time, time to turn around, time to breathe again, time to feel again, time to believe again. You have not ruined your story. You have not missed your chance. You have not disqualified yourself from my grace. I have walked with you through the wilderness. I have watched you wrestle with doubt and disappointment. I have seen the choices you regret, the paths you wish you hadn't taken, but I never turned my face from you. I followed you into the shadows, waiting, not to punish you, but to welcome you back. Return to me, and I will return to you, says the Lord. Malachi 3:7. I am not angry with you. I am not disappointed in you. I'm longing for you, longing to hold what you've been too afraid to bring me, longing to whisper peace into the corners of your soul you've kept locked away. You thought you had to clean yourself up first. You thought you had to fix what was broken before you could come back. But love, you don't fix yourself and then come to me. You come to me, and I do the healing. I am not afraid of your mess. I'm not deterred by your distance. Even now, the door is wide open. Even now, my arms are still stretched toward you. Even now, my spirit is whispering in the quiet, come home. You are not too far. You are not too late. You are not too broken. Do you remember the prodigal son? He rehearsed his apology. He feared rejection. He came limping home with nothing to offer but a battered heart. And what did his father do? He ran to him. He ran, and so do I. I run to you now, before the apology, before the explanation, before you prove anything, because I love you. Nothing you've done has changed that. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31:3. So, let down your defenses. Let go of your shame. Let go of the fear that says, I've gone too far. You haven't. Not from me. I am the God of return, the God of restoration, the God of second chances, and 70 times 7 chances beyond that. You were never made to do life without me. You were never meant to carry this weight alone. You are not made whole by avoiding me, but by coming back to me. So come with your confusion. Come with your broken beliefs. Come with your hardened heart, if that's all you have left. Just come. You are still mine. You have always been mine. And I am not done writing your story. So let's begin again. Right here, right now. There's still time, and I am waiting. Chapter 18. Sleep, my beloved, I'm holding you tonight, my child. It's time now. Time to rest. Time to release the day, with all its noise, all its weight, all its questions, into my hands. You've carried so much. You've wrestled with fear, wrestled with doubt, tried to hold things together when everything felt fragile. But now, just be still. You don't have to do anything else tonight. You don't have to solve it all before your head touches the pillow. You don't need the perfect prayer or the perfect posture. You just need this, me. And I am here. I've been here all along, watching over you with a love that doesn't grow tired. When you do, surrounding you with a presence that lingers, even when your strength fades. Tonight, I'm not asking you to figure things out. I'm not asking you to prove your faith. I'm not asking you to earn my peace. I'm asking you to receive it. In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. Right now, my child, I am wrapping you in safety. Not because your life is perfect, not because you've done everything right, but because you are mine. Let your weary mind stop racing. Let your tired heart stop running. You've done enough for today, more than enough. Let the unfinished remain unfinished. I will be in tomorrow too. But for now, sleep. Lay it down. All of it. The things that ache. The things that press. The things you can't name. but still feel they are not too much for me. Even in sleep, I'm still working. Even when you rest, I remain alert. I do not sleep. I do not slumber. I do not leave. I am standing watch tonight over your body, over your mind, over your soul. You are not alone in the dark. I've assigned angels to your corners. I've anointed your pillow with peace. I've surrounded your room with grace like a gentle whisper. You are safe. You are seen. You are surrounded. My beloved, let my voice be the last one you hear tonight. Not the voice of fear, not the voice of regret, not the voice of comparison. Just my voice, steady, constant, kind. You are loved. You are enough. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are mine. So sleep now. Sleep knowing you are not missing out. Sleep knowing you are not falling behind. Sleep knowing there is nothing that can separate you from my love. Tomorrow will come, and I will meet you there with new mercy, new strength, new breath. But for now, just rest. Let me hold you. Let me sing over you with songs of peace. Let me carry what you cannot. Sleep, my beloved. The night is not your enemy. It is my gift to pause, to quiet, to heal. Sleep in my arms. I'm here. I've got you, and I won't let go.